In this season of Thanksgiving, I am grateful for the work of our three government entities, the City of Ringgold, the City of Fort Oglethorpe, and Catoosa County Government. We look forward to the official state of our government addresses each year. Today we will hear from Jenny Simpkins, the City Manager of Fort Oglethorpe, Ringgold Mayor Pro Tem Terry Crawford, and Catoosa County Commissioner Chairman Stephen Henry. So let's begin with Jenny Simpkins in the City of Fort Oglethorpe. Jenny, I welcome you to the podium.
Good afternoon, everybody. I feel like a little bit of a fish out of water because I usually have my PowerPoint slides. I know that'll get referred to a couple of times. Stephen Henry loves that, so does Terry Crawford. So I'm honored to be here today to provide the State of the City address on behalf of the City of Fort Oglethorpe Mayor and City Council. 2019 has been an outstanding year, and the state of the City of Fort Oglethorpe continues to be strong. The City of Fort Oglethorpe sets the standard as an active, growing community where all people can enjoy safe neighborhoods, a thriving local economy, and plenty of recreational opportunities. Our financial position is outstanding, as our conservative fiscal policies continue to result in annual contributions to fund balance. Our 2019 adopted budget is $18 million, of which $3.4 million is dedicated to capital projects. And we were able to roll back the millage rate in 2019 from 6.632 mils to 6.443 mils. I'll give you some of our 2019 accomplishments. We were able to improve city facilities. For instance, City Hall's exterior was cleaned and repainted, which was much needed. A renovation of City Council chambers is nearing completion. We continued replacement of public safety equipment and vehicles to maintain safe, effective operations. We completed our 3-year plan to replace all 800 megahertz radios in the police and fire departments. We also replaced a total of 7 administrative and patrol vehicles in the City of Fort Oglethorpe. We expanded our public safety capabilities by implementing a new body camera policy in the police department. In October, we purchased 26 new body cameras for the department. We made stormwater improvements along Almar Street and behind the city shop to minimize roadway flooding. We also implemented a drainage improvement project at Gilbert Stevenson Park in preparation for our new playground. This year, the city designed and awarded a contract to construct a new playground at Gilbert Stevenson Park that will be ADA compliant. This is coming soon. We expect the playground will be reopened and completed in the spring of 2020. And it also includes a very nice adult outdoor fitness equipment component. So we encourage everyone to check that out. This year, in October, the city, in partnership with the Park City Committee, opened the first dog park in Catoosa County. The park would not have been possible without the generous donation of 0.7 acres from DBJ Realty, and we would like to give a special thanks to Julia Scoggins and her family for this contribution. On November 9th, many of you joined us for the Honor Park dedication opening ceremony. Once again, this park would not have been possible without the generous contributions of our partners, including North Georgia Electric, Tennessee American Water, and countless volunteer hours of the Fort Oglethorpe Veterans and Citizens Council. On the sewer front, we completed a major inflow and infiltration reduction project. We rehabilitated 92 manholes and watertight castings, relining and raising above flood elevations. The goal of this project is to reduce our inflow and infiltration into our sewer system with the ultimate goal of reducing the amount that we pay the City of Chattanooga to treat our sewer because there's less flow. We also replaced Beaver Road Pump Station and West Side Pump Station. We expanded sewer along Scruggs Road, and we continue to explore options to extend sewer infrastructure along Highway 41. We also made several improvements to local roadways. With funding from the state's local maintenance and improvement grant, we repaved Forest Road from Lafette Road all the way to the park. And many of you have experienced the improved traffic flow provided by the city's roundabout at Mack Smith Road and Steel Road. purchased holiday decorations on light poles along Battlefield Parkway and Lafette Road. In addition to physical improvements to our facilities, parks, sewer system, and roadways, the mayor and city council made many improvements to city policies this year. For instance, city council adopted a new nuisance ordinance that will help us resolve challenging property maintenance issues. In August, city council adopted a new expanded purchasing ordinance to codify important elements of competitive bidding. Additionally, council adopted a new fee schedule that has been placed on our website for ease of use. And council established a new department, the Department of Parks and Recreation, and ratified a director for the department. Additionally, city council approved a new deputy director of water and sewer as a critical component of our succession plan for Phil Parker's retirement in summer of 2020. Last but not least, our 2019 accomplishments would not be complete without stating that the city of Fort Oglethorpe is an award-winning government. For the first time in our history, the city was awarded the 2019 Distinguished Budget Presentation Award by the Government Finance Officers Association. This award is reserved for state and local governments that prepare budget documents of the very highest quality that reflect both the guidelines established by the National Advisory Council on State and Local Budgeting and GFOA's best practices on budgeting. The state of the local economy is strong. We are proud to announce that the city is experiencing balanced growth in every direction. To the north, we have Highway 41 with our new Food City development, and residential developments are soon to follow. To the east, we have Five Guys Burgers and Fries, Your Pie, and many additional commercial developments coming to our city. To the west, we have a new jump park and Del Taco coming to the formerly Kmart shopping center. And to the south, we have the Lafette Road Streetscape Improvement Project with additional investments happening in our developing downtown area. Speaking of the Lafette Road Streetscape Project, I'll give everyone a little update on the status of the project. The city received a $3 million grant from the Appalachian Regional Commission in December of 2013 to improve our streetscape on Lafette Road. After many years of conceptual design, lots of public input, changes to the plan, revisions and more revisions, the construction of the project will go out to bid on March 20th, 2020. Bids will be opened in April. The construction contract will be awarded no later than June 2020. Construction will begin no later than July 2020. And construction will be complete no later than January of 2021. In total, 64 new businesses have opened in the city of Fort Oglethorpe so far this year. Another indicator of a healthy city with a strong local economy is private reinvestment in established areas. Some examples of reinvestment in our city include the Cloud Springs Lodge. This once dilapidated motel has been purchased by an investor who is investing big money to bring the facility up to code. The plan is to reopen the facility as a fully renovated, modern hotel. Additionally, developers and investors are redeveloping the Lafette Road corridor to reestablish this area as our downtown district. An historic property on Lafette Road is currently pursuing low-interest loans from the state of Georgia, Department of Community Affairs, and financing from other sources for redevelopment into an entertainment venue. A home builder plans to construct a new development, including single-family homes, near the former post hospital, between North Thomas Road and Park City Drive. The city is developing an overlay district policy to provide design guidelines to guide the future look and feel of our downtown. Of course, with growth comes challenges. Traffic issues arise. As you probably know, the state is planning to widen Cloud Springs Road. Additionally, the city is designing a capacity improvement to the intersection of Deeds Road and Battlefield Parkway. In summary, the state of the city is strong. Our local economy is booming. Well-balanced growth is occurring in every direction, north, south, east, and west. The key to our strength lies in our partnerships. Fort Oglethorpe is proud to be an engaged partner with Catoosa County, Ringgold, the Catoosa County Public School System, and the Chamber of Commerce. We are blessed to live in a place where elected officials, appointed leaders, and leaders throughout the organization work together to achieve common goals. Beyond working together, county, city, and state leaders are friends. We attend each other's events. We dine together. We work out together. That was in reference to Dina, who unfortunately is out sick, and Alicia, who's not with us today. We laugh together. We cry together. Folks, we are a team. We are a family. Success does not result from any one of us. You have created a solid foundation, a culture of mutual trust and respect for community that will transcend each of us as individuals. And for that, Catoosa County will continue to thrive year after year after year. Thank you.
This time I'd like to invite Mayor Pro Tem Terry Crawford from the city of Ringgold to tell us a little bit about the happenings in Ringgold. I will say this is bittersweet for me. This is his last time to do this because he's retiring. So, thank you.
You know, this is a young lady that's always tough to follow. Last year I had to follow her, and she was up here with a PowerPoint that you wouldn't believe. I worked 3 weeks on this. I've got 82 pages here. She didn't have a PowerPoint. I sat there a while ago. I think I condensed it down to 3.5 minutes. Hey, it's always good to get to speak about City of Ringgold. I love Ringgold. Some of the things that we've got going, if you drive through town, down by the courthouse, you'll see one of our latest new streetscaping projects is underway. The county is working with us on this. It's going to be something to behold once we get all in, all the vegetation planted. We hope to have this done by the end of the year. And I'm sure if you've driven through Ringgold, the old cemetery down there, you will see the fence that's gone up, stone columns. That has really cleaned up that part. And one little note, I didn't know this till a couple of years back, but there is one grave for a soldier that goes all the way back to the Revolutionary War. So this is it's big to me to see that we are taking care of our people, particularly when you drive through town today. I think you will see 1,740-something flags that are waving in the wind. If that's not a testament to our past, I don't know what we need. We've got some other things that we're working on. Church Street will be a one-way, and that was right there by the cemetery. We had a lot of people talking about they couldn't see when they pulled out, because there's a grave right there in the corner, and we had to be able to get fence around it. So now we're going to make it one way that you will turn there and drive toward the Methodist Church. And no problems. It's just a few hundred feet long. You can go down and you make a left or a right, come out on the stop sign or a red light, either one. And I'm looking forward to that going through. Another one that you see, and I'm just trying to tell you on some of the stuff that's going through, Bojangles and True Hilton. Bojangles will open December the 2nd. I went up there, I think it was Monday. They were in there practicing, trying to learn how to cook. They've already got to cook. That's some of the best biscuits I've ever had in my life. We're also getting another hotel. They're doing the dirt work right now, coming in by Cracker Barrel. If you go up through there, you'll see it. As you drive in, it will be over on your right. So that's another addition that we've got. We have issued several health-related permits in the past year. We have got a lot, we're becoming a self-sustained city down here now with some help from some good people. The allergy clinic, Dr. Calvin's group, they've come down here. And I know Dr. Cromie in there very well. When he got out of med school, I helped him set up his office. And I've watched it go from one, and I think there's about 6 people in there now. Primary imaging, they're out in a separate building now. That's looking good. Tennessee Oncology, Dr. Johnson in that group, they're here. Dr. Tell me his name, baby. Your doctor. Who? Stepdaughter. That was her cancer doctor. I think that group walks on water. They pulled that one for the big one. Erlanger has opened up the building there where the old Wells Fargo was. And behind the Northwest Georgia Bank, there is now an OBGYN doctor down there. So we're trying to cover all the bases. 2 things that I won't get to really take a strong part in that I really love to work on. One is our sidewalks. If we can afford it, and they're expensive, we're building sidewalks all over town. And this is done not just for sight looking great, this is for safety. And we rode up behind Jackson Chevrolet going to drive. We have a lot of people walk out of those apartments to work. We came down the other day, there's a creek down there. Pouring down rain, one lady walking across that little bridge. And thank goodness, cars on both sides stopped and let her over. We're working on easements there. We get all that, we'll be putting in sidewalks. Another good sidewalk, I think you might have noticed that they're doing something, Alabama Road down through there now. And we are told we'll have sidewalks on both sides, all the way across the interstate up through there. This is going to be huge. That project should be completed hopefully by July of 2020. So we're not that far away from it. We have a grant from the Lyndhurst Foundation through the state of Georgia. They have been so good for us to work with. The old Benton property across from the depot, we have that. They have given us money. We're going to be doing work inside that building. We're going to be doing work on the facade of that building. When it's finished, we'll probably hold several small businesses, generate profit in there, and help us all. I heard her mention taxes a while ago. I think we've rolled back every year since I've been on the council, and I've been on there 12 years. So we work hard to try to keep the city tax down. Another favorite project I've had that I've worked and pushed for is the addition to our water supply. We've drilled a well right across from Poplar Springs Church. They tell me that it's flowing over 1,000 gallons a minute. This is something that's needed when we bring industry into our industrial park. So many commercial establishments have to have a huge water supply so they can run their standpipe, their sprinkler systems. And with this, we'll be able to beat it down, but we have to get water from another source over there. This will help. Our walking trails, we're very fortunate. We have done a lot on these. If you've never been on them, you need to go down and walk. Go across the wooden bridge down there. That's a little over 800 feet. Was built with prison labor. Goes across the wetlands. There's a new parking lot. We've tied the 2 trails together, and you have your choice. You can work on natural and with gravel, or you can walk on concrete. That's all the time I had out of that 82 pages to condense this down. So I really appreciate y'all. I really think Miss Jenny does a wonderful job. Bless her heart. Steve and I picked on her for a year over her fault. But it's been my pleasure, and may God bless you all.
And last but not least, Catoosa County Chairman Stephen Henry will come tell us about the Catoosa County government.
Amen. Mine won't be near as riveting as either one of these fine people. Miss PowerPoint, I don't care if you had one or not. That's the way we all know you eventually. I think I'm a little loud. Can somebody turn me down a little bit? And Laura's been trying to turn me off for 3 years now, so it's not right. But I'm very thankful to be here. I'm very humbled to be here in this position. I don't deserve the honor to do what I do every day. God has blessed me in many ways. This county that I get to represent is a place that I love. It's the only home I've ever had. It's the only home I ever will have. Lord willing, unless Gary sends me off somewhere, I do something wrong, you know, I'm going to go to the big house, I'm not sure. Keep here, well, I appreciate you. But I'm thankful to be here, and you know, the theme for today is kind of being teamwork, partnership, and y'all are going to hear a little bit more of that. You know, being the county government, a lot of things we do aren't as flashy. You know, we don't get to talk about the Bojangles, we get to attend the ribbon cuttings, we get to go to the Europe High ribbon cuttings, and they're pretty cool, I like them. But we're kind of the backbone that helps and works with our city governments, and provides the infrastructure, and works with the SPOS, and kind of the grandpa and everything. You know, no offense, Mr. Calvin, I know you're the just kidding. But it's truly good to be a part of it. I'd rather be a behind-the-scenes guy anyway. To me, that's what we should do. But I'm thankful to get to work with such great leaders as Jenny Simpkins, and Terry Crawford, Mayor Gray, and Mayor Millwood, and everybody that's here on the council. I'm not going to try to name everybody because I will forget somebody. But it's been a true joy to work and build relationships with these people. Now, I want to stop just for 1 minute. And I want everybody in the room to stand up except for Terry and Pat. Can y'all do that for me? These people have served their community for 14 plus years. How many years, Terry? Over 40 years. I want to give these people a round of applause. Thank you for indulging me there. You know, they don't make people like him anymore that are public servants, that are true people that just love their community. I think Terry would do it for free. He's probably pretty close now. But, truly loves what he does. And you know, we've got to be real careful because we're not bringing their leaders up to get them ready to take our place. It's a little different world than we live in today. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go along. Jeff's already told me I'm talking about 10 minutes, so I'm going to make this brief. I only had 3 prepared, so it worked out pretty good. But so unity in government, how we work together is what we achieve. You know, we've got great leadership with all of our elected officials. Not only, you know, when we look at elected officials at the County Board of Commissioners, that's just a small part of it. I'm thankful to work with these great gentlemen every day. Jeff Long's here, Jim Cutler's here with me today. Chad County Mercy, Charlie's working, he's self-employed. I've got a great group of guys. I've had the honor of working with Ray Johnson for a couple of years and truly enjoyed that, Bobby Winter. So I've been blessed with good people that I get to work with. But it's more than just the commissioners. It's the city council we get to work with. It's the school board we get to work with. It's the Chamber of Commerce that we get to work with. The relationships that we used to have were kind of partly due to a depression or a recession, is what they called it. We're sort of gone. But now we're working hard to build those relationships back. You know, we've got unity within our government, not just a small portion, but the whole government. We just now, with thanks to my board, we brought back funding the Chamber of Commerce, helping, not a full funding, but helping the Chamber of Commerce to where they can be more of a tourism mechanism, which is what they're supposed to be. And they've done a great job. Amy has done a wonderful job. Where's Amy? You did a great job. You did a wonderful job. You played a great job. I'll get to rambling a lot up there, but that's just kind of how I am. I'm not a public speaker. And we're going to recognize people in the group, because without those people, I'm done. You know, without a good group of people representing the county, we're just elected officials. So it's all these folks that make us look good. So the EDA, Keith Bartlett, where's he at? Keith gets beat up a little bit, but we love him. Jeff's not mad anymore that we got him, because we still work together. But Keith's our economic development director now. And our economic development is now working with our chamber. He has moved down here. We've actually got a business park that we bought on the 41 highway. And he's already been courting some businesses to come in. So working together, we've achieved this, you know, and we partnered with the city of Ringgold, working with them on some different things within the park. Got a great relationship with them, and that's going to stay good. Even though Terry's going to be gone, we're going to bring him in as a consultant on a regular basis. He don't know that yet. We are. But we made great strides in our public safety. Contrary to Facebook, I really believe that the consolidation of the fire is a good thing. Now, if you read it on Facebook, it's a bad thing, isn't that right, Jeff? The dirty underground, or whatever they call themselves. But it's, you know, to me and to my board, there are no lines. There's no city of Ringgold as far as the county, or city of Port Oglethorpe, not this county, y'all, because y'all, it's Catoosa County. And our job is to take care of every citizen within that county, no matter what line they're in. So, and I take that very serious. You know, the cities do a great job, but it's our job as the board to take care of every citizen in the county. I'm very thankful to be the chair, not because I want the attention, because Lord knows I'd rather be sitting there in that turkey and having Jess live up here. But it takes those lines away. I don't worry about the districts. I don't worry about the cities. I worry about the county as a whole and how it functions. And I think that's I think we all ought to do that. You know, the sheriff, you don't have the luxury just to protect half your citizens, do you? You got to get them all. And so I really think that's a good thing. But so I think the fire consolidation is going to be a great thing once it's through. It's a little bumpy getting there, wasn't it, Mayor? Just a little bit bumpy, but we're going to get there. And it's going to be a good thing for our citizens. The city's going to save roughly $1 million. That's pretty close. We're going to save a little bit of money. And the county citizens are still going to get fire protection. So that's a good thing. So another thing with public safety is, I wanted to go back to that. See, I always forget that. One of the rumors was our ISO rating. Our ISO rating is now 3. Is that correct, Mr. Long? Under the leadership of Chief Randy Camp, it was a 5 when he started. Now it's a 3/3X. And Mayor Gray, I believe yours is a 3 as well. So we plan on staying the same, if not getting a little better. So just want to get rid of some of those rumors that are going around that things are going to get bad, because they're not going to get bad. This county, you don't ever see it on Facebook. You don't see it at our meetings for darn sure. But it's got leaders that love what they do. It's got leaders that love the county. I've worked with all of them. The city leaders, the county leaders, they do it because they love Catoosa County. And that's a phenomenal thing. We go to classes all the time. And a lot of those people don't lead because they love the county. They lead because they love power, or they want something for themselves. But we're blessed in this group, in this area, to have people that just love to serve. And that's a great thing. So another thing we've accomplished this year, and again, none of this stuff is flashy, but it's the things that keep us going. Working with Puckett. Where's Will Pitt? We actually managed, a lot of people don't even know, for years, Catoosa County didn't even own their ambulance zone. And we relied on another company, they did a good job, but they had control of the ambulance zone, which basically meant we had no control over what it is. But working with Puckett, a great partner, we were able to achieve going to EMS Region 1 Council 18 times. And getting our zones, not only in Catoosa County's name, but as one zone. So now Catoosa County has control of their zone. You know, right now Puckett is doing wonderful, but if you go off the deep rail, we'll get rid of it. Just kidding. Not really. But now we have that option. You know, before, when your hands are tied, there's only so much you can do. But now, we've got control, and not control in a bad way, but we can take care of our citizens. And that's what we're supposed to do. But those are things that happen behind the scenes that are not really, you know, spectacular, but they're things that keep us safe, that keep our citizens comfortable. You know, another thing we're doing, Sheriff Sisk is back there. He's been working on the CAD system. How out of date are we, Sheriff, on our technology? Would you put a timeline on? I think you and I were still in school when they put it in, and that's been a day or two, for sure. But CAD system, it doesn't sound flashy, but it's something that's got to be there. It's got to be in place for our 911 to work properly, for our police, for our fire, for our ambulance. For everybody to operate, it's updates that's got to be done. Now, what's it going to end up costing us, Sheriff? $1 million. $1 million. Those are things that, you know, we're not going to have a fancy ribbon cut. It'd be nice if we did, after all the work they put in, but those are things that we've got to do to provide the support to our cities, to our citizens, and all work together. So, another thing that I'm very thankful to be a part of, and I wish Dina could be here today. Dina's had an allergic reaction. I think she just didn't want to hear me speak. She says it wasn't the case. You know, we're going next Thursday to a grant presentation for our college and career academy. You know, as our labor force changes, I talked a little bit earlier about how we're not doing a good job of raising our children to take over. I think this is a great step with this college and career academy because we're going to start grooming workers for the future. We're going to start changing the mindset of the young people. And that's our job. Everybody in this room, it is our job to get the next generation ready to take over. And we've done a lousy job of that, you know, every one of us. So we've got to do better at getting the next group ready to go. You know, on every level, you know, we're going to look back one day and say, why is somebody doing something? Well, we've got the opportunity now to get people ready to do something. So when we get this college and career academy up, you know, take some time, be a mentor, you know, change somebody's life. These kids are our future. We do a pretty good job, but we can do a better job. I think the College and Career Academy is a good start, don't you, Sheriff? A good step in the right direction. But it'll only be successful if we participate. You know, it's great to build it and say, there you are, but if we're not there to support them, to help them, to encourage them, to give them jobs, to give them a place to work, it's going to fail. So, we've also got a new CFO, Carol Roberts. Carol's bashful. She don't like to wait or anything. She's hoping nobody sees me. But Carol's done a good job. You know, Carl retired after 16 years. Carl was a fine man, a great CFO. Carol has stepped in and done an exceptional job. It's been a joy to work with her. We've changed our budget process. We bring all our employees in, all our constitutional officers in, and ask them what they need. What do you need to do your job? How can we help you service your citizens? And some of them look at you and nobody's ever asked. But I don't know what they need, so I think that communication is a good thing. You know, a lot of the things that we've accomplished sound really expensive because they are, especially the sheriff. He likes to spend that $1 million on it. The sheriff comes to see you, it's $1 million. It's 7 figures, I promise you. But he's usually got a gun, and I'm scared to say anything. But we've done all this, and I'm very proud to be able to announce when I took office, and this is nothing due to me. It's due to a family, a group. It's everybody working together. we were 16th lowest in the state of Georgia in taxes. We are 7th lowest in the state of Georgia now. And that was in 2019. We have since done another rollback, is that correct, Carol? Yeah. And so Carol's real conservative. I want to make it sound a lot better. She tells me the truth, and I just go with it. But and we've also managed to get just under $14 million put back up in our fund balance. So we're a healthy community, you know, and that's due to everyone in this room working together. That's the great leaders we have, not only on the local level, but on our state level. Senator Mullis, a lot of people take him advantage, not advantage, a lot of people do that too. A lot of people take him for granted because he's here all the time. And they go, hey, you know, let me tell you, most senators aren't in their communities all the time. Most senators get that job and they go to Atlanta and you never see them. We are so fortunate to have Senator Mullis here with us, Dwayne Hill's here with us, to have them on our local level that we can always just pick up the phone and call. That is something that we shouldn't take for granted because it doesn't happen like that everywhere, Senator. I mean, I don't quit, that's what I said. And to have the representation on the federal level that we have is unreal. You know, I've been to D.C. a time or two, and all I have to do is pick up the phone and say, I'd like to come by or visit, and they're more than happy to accommodate all the time. I tried to just do one side of the aisle.
Come on, President Trump.
Without President Trump, I hadn't seen him yet. Seen him get on a helicopter one time. But another thing that we're working on is a new website. Melissa Hannah's been trying to get us a new Granicus website up. And, you know, I don't know how to work Facebook very well, so I get accused of not being transparent. But if that's what it takes, I guess I'm not. So we're trying to get a new website that we can be more open to people, more available. You know, we try to tell people everything we do, but it's hard. You know, not everybody's on Facebook. Not everybody gets the paper anymore. Nobody watches the news, you know. So everybody says, well, you just didn't tell us. Well, it's hard unless you go door to door and tell everybody one-on-one how to get everybody to know. So we're trying to create an environment where we can live broadcast our meetings, where we can do things to get the word out. We're going to have some sort of like, what's it called, where they send alerts out, Melissa? Everbridge, where they do emergencies. We're going to try to get people to sign up to where when things are happening, we can send it out in mass and hopefully get people more involved, because we want you more involved. You know, involved government is good. And, you know, we've got some great programs going on at the Recreation Department, the library, senior center. I mean, there's so many things going on in the county. One thing, and I know to some people it will sound trivial, we're extending our hours in our animal shelter. You know, so we can hopefully, you know, stimulate some adoption. So anybody wanting to adopt an animal, we'll be able to do it on Saturday. We appreciate you going by and getting one. Jeff, am I leaving anything out? Jim just looks at me so critical. I'm always afraid I'm in trouble.
No, just listening.
But again, that's about everything we've got going on. We're very fortunate in this county. We're strong financially. We've got great representation from the federal, from the state, local level, city level. One last person I want to recognize. I want everybody to stand up except for Jim. Can y'all do that for me? One more time. It's good exercise. Jenny Simpkins, in my opinion, I'm probably about to get in trouble, has been the best city manager that Fort Oglethorpe has ever had. I truly enjoyed working with her, and I'm going to give her a round of applause. That's the last time I'll make y'all step up there. But I'm trying to figure out a way to keep Jenny working out or not. But she has been a blessing to work with, great to deal with, and just a fine addition to our community. I ain't like her husband. If you'll stay, I'll go to Orange Theory with you. I won't participate. I'm just trying to do it. And again, I just want to thank y'all for allowing me to be here and be a part of this. It's not something I look forward to, because public speaking is just not my forte. But when it's kind of like parents that have grandchildren, it's easy for everybody to talk about their grandchildren. Well, to talk about Catoosa County, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of positive things that go on each and every day. And I am blessed to be here and thankful to be here. And I will leave out Andrew McGill sitting here on the front row. He's getting ready to build some hospitals, right? No pressure, I don't put you on the spot. But no, I do want to talk about the hospital. Just real brief, this will be the last thing. They are working out there. They've got how many beds open and going?
32.
32 beds open and going back in our community. It's not really known, the investment they made, but it's a huge investment. And we need to try to use them when you can. Use local. And there we've got a local hospital, so we need to try to use local. And I get a discount. One day a lawyer, where's Skip at? But thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of your chamber. Thank you for being part of my community. Y'all have a blessed day.
I appreciate everyone being here today, and thank you all for the thoughts and the information that you shared. I think we all learned a little bit more about what our county and local city governments are doing for us to make our quality of life as good as possible. We do have 2 spotlight businesses today, so I'm going to welcome Katie Locke with Aflac. Katie, if you'll head this way, and then after Katie will be Kim Helton. She's from Heritage High School from the Catoosa County Public Schools Work-Based Learning Program. So talking about ways to give back to our students and train them up, they're going to tell us a little bit about some opportunities there. So Katie Locke with Aflac.
Good afternoon. I'm writing my sugar rush before the crash after the pumpkin pie, so this should be pretty quick. Thanks for having me here today. I love coming to Catoosa County. Russell's always so kind to invite me here, and y'all are always so welcoming. So tell me, how many of you don't have to stand, but just kind of give me a wave of your hand, how many of you have seen an Aflac commercial on TV? People know we have a duck. So most people know we have a duck, but a lot of people don't know what we actually do, so they've given me 3 minutes to try and tell you all of what Aflac does. So sit tight, put on your seatbelt, we're going to go fast. We were founded in 1955, actually in Columbus, Georgia. We're still worldwide, headquartered out of Georgia to this day, out of Columbus. We are Fortune 200 company. Our CEO, Dan Amos, the second longest seated CEO of a Fortune 200 company in the United States, second only to Warren Buffett. That being said, we're a large company and we're very financially stable. Why do people love Aflac? People love Aflac because we pay cash to our policyholders. When something happens, your major medical is going to pay, and these days most people have major medical, but your bills that are coming into your house, they still need to be paid, and your major medical isn't going to pay those. But the money that we give you when you see that duck throwing those dollar bills, those are what are going to help pay your power bill, your rent, your mortgage, your car payment. When I check out at Walmart, they make me pay for everything. They won't let me make a payment plan with them when I need groceries. So that's why our policyholders love us. But more importantly, or not really more importantly, but another important part of that is why business owners love us. They love us because it doesn't cost them anything to offer Aflac. Most of their employees have a $5,000 deductible these days, and they have about $1,000 in their savings account. And it puts them in a tight situation when something happens. And there's a lot of business owners who really want to help their employees, but they can't afford to do it. And one of the ways they can do that is to offer Aflac at no cost. In fact, taxes has been a common theme today, so I'm going to go with taxes. We can save you money on your taxes as a business owner. We can help you set up to pre-tax deductions for medical expense, for medical things like insurance, like Aflac. And we just recently have partnered with a company that allows us to help you get tax credits when you hire people like veterans. Large corporations use this all the time. The federal government gives out billions of dollars every year in tax credits to large nationwide companies. But the paperwork that goes with that is so cumbersome that local businesses don't get a chance to take advantage of that and watch that you get advantage of those tax credits. So come talk to us. We've got a lot. You may know we have a duck, but let me tell you, we do a lot more than have a duck that says Aflac. So how was that for 3 minutes? Y'all got it? Thank you.
I'm a little gimpy with the left leg, so I'm just going to stand here. My name is Kim Hilton, and I'm with Heritage High School. I'm a work-based learning coordinator there. Also, I have with us Joy Peden. Joy, raise your hand. She is the coordinator, work-based learning coordinator at Ringgold High School. And we love what we do because we get to work with your sons and your daughters and your grandchildren. And if you haven't been around a lot of kids lately, they are amazing. Yes, they've grown up in a digital world, so they're a little bit different than the environment we came from, but they're creative and they have amazing ideas and they have a lot to offer. I have a question for you, and you can just answer by raising your hand. How many of you had a job when you were in high school? Most. Okay. How many of you feel like that first job just gave you some of the basic foundations of the world of work that you've built on over the years? Yes. That's me. I had a job. I got off the bus in the 7th grade and went to my daddy's business, and I ran a cash register because he owned a grocery store. And at that job, yes, I learned how to stock and order and, balance my money till. But I learned how to communicate. I learned about the value of my customer. I learned about what to do when somebody's upset. And believe me, if you're public service, you know about dealing with people who are upset, right? So that is so important, and that's why one of the reasons I'm so passionate about work-based learning. Our students have the opportunity to earn a Carnegie credit for going to work. So it is just as if they were in the classroom, yet they are out in the community learning about jobs. Many of you here already partner with us. And Mr. Henry, thank you. You kind of laid the way for the partnership with the school, and we appreciate that. I am so excited about our college and career coming soon, and we are all bought into that, and it's going to be an awesome thing. But we have students right now that could benefit from a partnership with you. There are many in this room that already have students there, but there are some others that it might be a good fit for you. In the state of Georgia, we have 8,000 plus employers that hire high school students in the work-based learning program. We serve over 20,000 students with the work-based learning program. And this number right here is kind of staggering. In last year, the work-based learning students in Georgia earned over $40 million. That's a lot of money. How many of you actually hire? Are you having a hard time? That's what we're hearing from business and industries. We're having a hard time finding people to work. What I say to you is it's time you grow your own. Okay? It's time you invest. Partner with us and take a student, put them with the best employee you've got, and let that employee mentor them so that they're ready for the job and you bring them up. A few weeks ago, I went to a car dealership, and I was talking to the service manager about, what they do, and my student was the cashier there, and he said, you know how I started? I washed those cars right up there in the lot. And now I am the service manager over 3 stores. After that, I left there, I went to a diesel shop, an entrepreneurial business, and he said, I'm really having a hard time finding mechanics. He said, they don't even have to be a diesel mechanic, just a mechanic. And he said, I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to have to grow my own. So my petition to you is, look at your organization. I'm not asking you to take in 15 students. How about just one? One that you're willing to invest in to grow our future economy, to have the student workers we need, because some of us, like me, we're getting old, and we need somebody coming up behind us. I have one last quote to share with you, and it is from a VP of Chief Administration from Kubota. He said, I sincerely believe that our partnership in work-based learning is the cornerstone of our workforce development efforts and the single most important human capital investment we can make for the future of our business. Catoosa County is great, and we've got so many wonderful things going on. Then now we've got to put all our efforts and our time into preparing the next generation to come take the wheel. Thank you.
I'll forego,
Okay, well, again, my gift to you is that I'm not gonna sing, so there you go. So y'all get your tickets out. I'd like everybody, I hope you all enjoyed the lunch today, and thank you to catered by Alan Cohen, does a great job, and is a good chamber member friend. So we appreciate the meal that we've had today. Let's do door prizes. We got some? Yes. Okay, the first one is, what do we got? Oh, a Pal's Deluxe Car Wash. The last four digits, 7004. 7004, for a Pal's Car Wash. Going once? Going twice? Yes, I get the Pal's Car Wash, I goes right. 6975. 69 up, Randall Franks, there you are. Okay. Ooh, we were just there yesterday. 2 free pizzas at Your Pie, Port Oglethorpe. They're delicious, and they have cheese sticks, if y'all didn't know that, because I found that out yesterday. 6976. 6976. Ah, there you go. All right, this is for a $25 Farm to Fork gift card. And there's a little Farm to Fork. 7045. 7045.
Oh, wait, this one. Shirley, this one. I've already promised her Farm to Fork. I'm going to give her something else. She's going to do something.
There you go. All right, and this is for Scenic Suds Car Wash, $20 value. 7012. Ah, there he is.
Okay, here you go. I'm sorry. Did you want that?
Now remember, we have 2 birthdays. I mean, y'all might want to donate, I don't know. 6969 for a 4 Chick-fil-A gift cards. 696 up.
Are we having lunch?
give us this lay over here on the end.
Do it.
All right.
A jacket from Mountain View CDJR. 6985. 69. Oh, grabbed it. The what? Okay. So I want to say thank you to everyone for being here today. I am truly thankful for each business represented here, and I'm 11 months into this position, and I just appreciate all the support. Like I said, this is a team, and I think we all do. It just works so well together. And I appreciate the support of the chamber staff. It's just amazing, and I just really appreciate everyone here. One thing that I would like your help with, as you go out today, we have some folks in the back of the, as you go out, we are starting to take nominations for Business of the Year, Citizen of the Year, and Hall of Fame. And so these forms are in the back. I'll also send them out online. But we would love for your nominations. There's a process. These will be due by the 13th of December. And then we'll have a process, a committee that goes through these. And these will be awarded. These awards will be awarded on February 29th at the Celebrate Catoosa Gala. Put that date on your calendar too. That information will be coming out soon as well. It's on Leap Day, so it's February 29th. So if you will, make sure to pick up one of these forms as you go out today. I appreciate that. We do have one more chamber event that's coming up, and you'll get information in your inbox soon about this on December the 11th at 9 a.m. We're going to do Christmas in Ringgold. So we're going to have a breakfast event at the Ringgold Depot. We hope you'll all come out and have breakfast. And then the shops along Nashville Street, there are many of them that are going to participate and offer a special discount, and we'll have special door prizes and things like that. So consider shopping local and keep our dollars in Catoosa County. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.